the Problem Solvers Caucus, or at least a group within the Problem Solvers Caucus, has expressed a rules change idea to support any speaker who would back the rule changes that you've outlined. Is that a correct assessment?
That is absolutely correct, and I'm one of the leaders of that charge. The institution needs to be reformed. The rules of the House right now reward a kind of a top-down, speaker leadership-driven institution. We need to empower members to be members, to be rewarded when you get co-sponsors of legislation to a high level, that you're guaranteed an opportunity to have that piece of legislation voted up or down, to have bipartisan amendments debated on the floor of the House, rather than have everything pre-cleared by leadership and pre-cooked, and it's all theater when you watch C-SPAN. From my perspective, these rule reforms are critical to the future, and if, given the majority where I think it's going to be, our group that is withholding its support for Speaker is going to change this institution for the good of America.
So, in the scenario, if Nancy Pelosi agreed to the rules reforms as outlined by the Problem Solvers Caucus, and the Democrats had the majority, you would be prepared to back Nancy Pelosi?
I have indicated my willingness to do that, in the sense of, but the good news is, because we tapped into something here early in this Break the Gridlock package, Steve Scalise on our side has embraced these rule reforms. Steny Hoyer has embraced these rule reforms on the Democratic side. So there are now candidates, serious candidates for Speaker that are going to be on the table, that are going to be in a position to get these rules reformed. That's my ultimate goal. And this is a bipartisan effort, and I was willing, and that's where I think we caught a lot of our leadership by surprise when I said that about 6 months ago.
Were you getting flack for that?
Of course.
From them?
Of course. Of course.
Could you see any blowback yourself?
Yes, absolutely. This is a historic position in the sense of I join with the American frustration to say that this House of Representatives, this gridlock has to end. And that's why I stuck my neck out 6 months ago. And yeah, there were some very interesting conversations, let's put it that way, had with me. But at the end of the day, we moved the needle. And we moved it together, not just me. This was 21 strong Democrat Republicans coming together, say enough is enough. We're with the American people on this. And by doing that, we've got this now public support to these rule reforms. And I'm very confident where we're going to land this plane is that these rules will get reformed, and we will have a more functioning House of Representatives for the American people.